Let me share the video on the other platforms. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let's see if we are looking good. Welcome, everybody. You know, it's Journée Creole, St Lucia, Ujassav. Welcome to the live. Let me share this on the platforms. We are live and we are making fried bakes because yesterday I made some saltfish. Action girl, action, action girl. Yes. I'm going to post it everywhere because I want you to come on the platform. Everybody. Okay, I am live right now. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome everybody. All right, let me see if you're seeing me properly. Are you hearing me? Let's see. All right, it looks like you are. Okay, welcome to today's live. I will share it also in the WhatsApp groups. Let me share in the WhatsApp groups and then we are going to, okay, so as the video said, welcome everybody, welcome to the live. As the video said, we will be making the St Lucian bakes, okay? This is the fried bakes. Yesterday, what I prepared in the kitchen was the saltfish, the Creole bread, and the hot cocoa tea. Because I have saltfish in the fridge, I decided to make the bakes for you this evening because it is one of the dishes that we usually have with the saltfish, right? Saltfish and bakes, you know, and cocoa tea. That is usually the combination. I'm going to wash my hands again because I was touching everything. Um, so I could get everything ready. Just give me a minute. Let me wash my hands. And then we're going to start the video, okay? Before I start making the bakes, I will put my coconut oil. I will be using coconut oil. When I grew up in St. Lucia, we use coconut oil, okay? Magic coconut oil. So I have everything like only coconut oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and olive oil I use within my home. I will be putting the coconut oil on low heat. So by the time I am done mixing the dough, it is ready, okay? You need a good bit of coconut oil for this type of bake. You do not need like the oil to be flat. You want it to at least cover up the bakes you're making. Sometimes some people call it, if you put the yeast in it early, people call it floats because of the way it looks. The bakes look different in so many ways. So I'm using coconut oil right now. Due to the temperature, this one is not fractionated coconut oil. The temperature, it is going to be frozen. So I'm putting a lot of oil. You could always save your oil for another project. Like maybe tomorrow I will make some saltfish cakes because I have saltfish there. So maybe make some aquas tomorrow. Okay, I am going to put the oil on very low temperature. You don't want your oil too hot. While that is getting ready, I'm gonna let the one on the spoon melt off. Let's get our flour ready. All right, so in a mixing bowl, usually we didn't have mixing bowls and mixers in my time. I don't remember my mom having that. You'll need it with your hands, but I'll be using the stand mixer. I am going to get a measuring cup. I'm gonna put about maybe 2 cups. We guesstimate. When we made this home, we just guesstimate the amount of flour um, we're gonna use. You could sift it. When you sift it, you have a fluffier bake. So this is my method of sifting without the strainer. I air sift. Okay. Let me see how many cups. I'm just gonna guesstimate because it's just my son and I. So let me put another cup. I'm gonna put about 3 cups of. I just put whatever I have there. Okay, about 3 cups. If it's too wet, I will add some. I will add some more flour in there. Okay. Now I am going to use some brown sugar because you need a little bit of sugar in the bakes. About, I've got 1 teaspoon, maybe 4 teaspoons. One. This is eye measurement, okay? 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you mix it in a bit of water, a little bit of water on your yeast if you're using yeast. I'm gonna get hot water from the tap, and I will add a tiny bit of yeast to mine, but it's about 4. Let me add one more. So I'll say 5 teaspoons of brown sugar in that mix, okay? And I will use about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. The baking powder is what's gonna help it rise. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit, like 1 teaspoon of yeast in mine because I am looking for more of a bread feel for my bakes, okay? So we're just gonna take this out once I am done. Half a teaspoon of salt. About half a teaspoon of salt. Like I said, I am from St. Lucia. Some people don't do it, but you know, my mom had a sweet tooth. I put a little bit of some nutmeg in there because I just like to make sure my bake have a nice taste to it. A little bit of nutmeg. The salt is going to help bring that taste up a bit, making it taste nice, right? You don't have to. You could just put your salt, but this is my way, right? And I am going to add 1 teaspoon of yeast to mine. Usually some people just use the baking powder, that is it, but I am using the yeast. The yeast is going to give me a bread-like flavor. Okay? You want to make sure your yeast is in warm water so that it is dissolved. You need to ensure that it is dissolved. If it is not, then you risk getting those grains in your completed bake. So it has to set it on the side while you mix the other ingredients. So I am mixing that right now. Okay, I'm gonna set it on the side. Now I will be adding some butter. Back home, when I grew up, I used to use this yellow mellow butter, but I'm gonna use some of this margarine right now. It's a plant-based one. About a tablespoon, I would say. A tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons. You want your bakes to be soft, so I'll put about 2, right? Say 2 tablespoons. Baba, can you come get me another cup of flour, please? And that is basically the base of your ingredients for your bakes, right? Your oil, flour, baking powder, salt, butter, a bit of sugar, and this is what makes. Can I have 1 cup of flour, please? That. But I just like to go extra and put a little bit of the yeast water in there. That's my secret. Understand? It gives it a very nice flavor, you know? A little bit of the water in there. You don't want much. You just want it to have that little that little taste, right? Now I am going to get my stand mixer ready. Because it's very noisy, I'll be using it at the back there. We're just going to mix that up. Let me just put this flour in here. And we need just a bit of water to mix it up. You don't want it too soft because it's going to be too wet. About, I would say, half a cup of water, and we're going to mix that up on this side. Action, girl. Action. 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 That's my theme song for my cooking. Action. So we're going to mix that up. Looks like our coconut oil has melted. We're going to allow it to be heated up because our base is going to be ready in a few minutes. Let's just do a little cleanup. I'm going to increase the temperature to about 210. That is degrees Fahrenheit on the stove top because we want that to be hot. Okay. I'm going to bring you a bit closer so you can see what I am doing. I'm going to bring you a bit closer, a little lower down because I want you to see the bakes, right? I'm going to add a bit more water in there. Okay, I have a sticky dough, so I like to put a little bit of oil on top of my dough so that it could, you can actually you can use oil or you can use the flour, okay? Just so that it doesn't stick too much, I'm gonna just put a bit of olive oil on there. Okay, so this is your dough right here, okay? And I am going to dust my board with a bit of flour. Let me just shift this on the side so you guys can see that. Just get a bit of flour, dust it on, and we're going to knead that up, okay?
I want to see the bake get fried.
Too close to the heat. Too close.
Right here?
Yeah. I'm going to use my hand, trying not to make my sweater touch my dough. Okay?
That looks expensive. It's good. Oreos.
Oreo is disturbing. You want to put Oreo in it. Let it go outside early so tonight it does not.
Meow.
Okay?
What if it jumps off the bottom?
You're supposed to use your wrist.
Yeah.
Your wrist. You see, the wrist give you a very nice knead. So that is basically that. Now we're gonna cut the dough into small pieces. And I'm gonna show you how you're going to make it. Okay? Okay? So I have about 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to sprinkle some flour on it because this is what's going to help me make it, turn it into a round ball. Remember yesterday I showed you how to cup your, I'm going to set this aside. It's really good when you have the yeast in it, you let it sit for a few minutes. Cupping that. It does not take really long to prepare this at home. And I am going to test my oil. This is how I test my oil to see if it's hot or not. Wait. Yes. Yeah, I'll make you get some time to do that. Go check on Oreo. I'm gonna increase the heat to about 300, 285 right now. I'm still testing my oil to see. Mix, mix, mix. Very careful with your oils. So you hear the oil is starting to okay. Let me just get my hands so. Oh. Da-dum, da-dum. Okay. So now, while this is setting, I am going to now, from the first one, this is what we're going to make a nice round bake. So this is how we flatten it out, okay? Okay, around, you flatten it out. I'm gonna let it sit. We're gonna let it sit for a few more minutes. Few more minutes, okay? test it. See if our oil is ready. Our oil looks ready. I'm gonna put the first one in and let's see what it looks like. The flatter it is, the better it is for you, okay? I like to make sure that it is smooth and nice, so I use my hands to ensure that it is flat. My grandmom used to just go like this, and now we're gonna drop it in the oil. I still feel my oil needs to be a bit higher. Mm-hmm. Okay, my oil is gonna be very high right now. Okay?
Also ketchup.
Soon, Baba. I'm going to make the last one. You want your oil to be hot when you're making this. If the oil is not hot, you risk your bake having too much oil when you're eating it, okay? So the first one, it looks like the temperature of the oil was not hot enough. I have increased it a bit. I'm gonna take a pinch and see how it is, okay? Anytime the little pinch you put in rise to the top and bubbling, that means your oil is ready. That's a trick I learned growing up. Still learning the temperature on this. Okay, now you're gonna see the difference when you put this. Do you see the difference? It's starting to float up because the oil is ready. Just gonna decrease it a bit because we don't want our bakes to burn, right? And you're gonna you need a fork so that your fork, you can turn it. Looks like this one is getting ready. See that? I am gonna make two here and I'm gonna let this sit because I have the yeast in it and I want it to rise a bit more so I could have that nice floaty look. But you can see it looks beautiful, really nice golden brown color. With the coconut oil, it smells really good. Very, very nice mix. You keep your eyes on it, you monitor it, and that's basically it. I am now going to turn this one around. Yay! Fried bakes for you, Journée Creole, St Lucia, Jassa. Good temperature, so everything looks perfect. This little stovetop I got at IKEA. The temperature on it, still learning it like with regards to stovetop temperature, and that's how it's looking right now. So you see, once your fork could go in through it nice, I'm just gonna let the center get a little bit brown. You see this one? This is your fried bakes right here. It does not take long to prepare this. Lucian fry bakes, and that is basically it. Gonna try to open it. It's hot, but I'm trying to break it up so you can see. Look the inside, soft, fluffy, and nice. That is it. Next one ready. And hot, buddy, hot. There you have it. The St. Lucian fried bakes. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video today. I am going to pair this with the saltfish I made last night, some avocado, and that is another St. Lucian breakfast. So the cocoa tea from last night, saltfish, and this bake, and that is a very simple recipe you can have for breakfast, you can have it for brunch, you can have it for lunch, and that is all it takes. It's soft, it has a nice little crisp to it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in another video. I'm gonna head over to Instagram to make the rest. I'm gonna let this rise a little bit, and we're gonna put it inside here on Instagram, and it's gonna float. The oil is ready, and that, oh my god, it tastes so good. What you can have with this, you can cut it up, put some saltfish in there, some lettuce, or put some cheese in it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye everybody.